everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Reality Roundup Podcast.
Ooh, have we got a show for you. It's the coronavirus edition.
Yeah, I mean...
So everybody's at home doing nothing. Why
everybody's
not watch
at home.
us?
This is a great time to watch some more TV.
Or chew the office chair.
That would be Bowie.
Yeah.
He's a chair chewer.
He is.
So let's talk about the shows that we've been enjoying this week.
All right, well, first up, RuPaul's Drag Race Season 12.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you using your charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent?
All day, every day. Of course. So this was the first week that everybody was together. They had the two groups of queens unite, which was very exciting.
Right.
And this was also the first week that someone was going to be eliminated.
They had to break down into groups, and they pretty much kept the lines of who was on the first show and who was on the second show. They kept them all separate.
Well, they were prepping for a non-talent show. World's Worst.
World's Worst.
That's fun.
I didn't know where this was going at first.
Yeah.
And then when it started to happen, I was like, Ru, you're freaking genius. This was amazing.
Right. So
amazing.
Each team got their own little skit that they had to improv through.
Right. And they definitely had to improv because they had the premise for each one. And then the judges would ask them questions, and they would have to elaborate on the questions. Yes.
They had
announcement.
Yes, and number one rule of improv.
Right.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I felt like two of the teams really stood out.
Two of the teams hit home freaking runs.
The other ones were kind of cringy.
This just made me love Heidi. Is it Ho now, or is it still in closet?
I think she's testing out
she's
Heidi
test driving Heidi Ho.
She really shined in this.
She was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You know...
Well, the two groups that we liked. We liked the three girls, one brain.
Right.
And we liked the first group, which was the old ladies.
Triplets.
Were they supposed to be sisters?
They're supposed to be triplets.
Oh, okay, yeah. And they weekend at Bernie's. That one.
That was genius.
It was very, very good.
It was great.
So yeah, the other two I felt like were pretty underwhelming.
Weak sauce.
Yeah.
So, That's funny. One team was really good from each group.
Is that how it worked out? I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah, because Sherry Pie was in the second.
Oh, yes.
And Heidi was in the first.
Sherry Pie was unfortunately really good.
I know. It's
we can't root
me.
for her because she's done a horrible thing.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the runway theme was bows and buttons.
Or buttons and bows.
There were a lot of fun looks.
I thought, well, now I can't remember. Who was it? Was it Jan? What did Jan come out with? I can't... I wish I had taken notes. Because...
I know. I wish we recorded that one like right after we watched it because I have so much to say.
I was so fired up about this episode right after we watched it, and now it's unfortunate.
It's hard that the show airs the day after we post the podcast, so we have to wait like almost a whole entire week.
Right.
It's crazy. But anyway, yeah, so the bottom two. No, who won?
Wasn't it Heidi?
I can't remember.
No, it wasn't. It was Sherry Pie.
Yeah, Sherry Pie won. Okay.
All right.
We're such a mess.
Heidi was up there, though.
Yes. The bottom two.
I would have picked Heidi, but that's just me.
Bottom two. Crystal Method.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's not. I'm lying again. But she was not. She was in the bottom, but not the bottom two.
Right.
Nikki Doll. And Dahlia Sin, because they both really struggled during their improv.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody's killing it on the runway, but they really struggled in their improv. I feel bad for Nikki Doll, because I think a lot of that had to do with the language barrier.
Yeah.
And then...
I really like Nikki.
Yeah, they did their lip sync for their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And
both of them were not really...
I didn't think either of them were serving up anything truly special there.
No realness there.
And wasn't it to Ariana Grande?
Yes.
Come on!
How can you not
do
be
better
moved
than
by an
that.
Ariana Grande pop song? I mean, get your ass in gear, ladies.
Mm-hmm. So I would have expected a little bit more, especially since the first 2 episodes, there were such strong lip syncs.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a little bit of a letdown, but Dahlia Sin was eliminated.
Yeah.
Sad to see her go, but like...
I'm glad it wasn't Nikki.
Somebody's gotta go, right?
Because I feel like Nikki is a Raja light.
Well, she is one of the, like, fashion queens. Right. So...
Right.
I'm excited to see what else she has to offer.
Looks-wise, too.
Okay. You're saying that she looks like Raja?
I'm getting Raja...
Really?
Notes.
I don't think they look anything alike.
No, I'm getting Raja notes.
Like vibes?
Vibes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. It was a lot of fun, as always.
All right.
So now
let's talk about a shit show. I don't like this show. I'm sorry.
Why are we watching it then? We don't have to watch it.
Because you were watching it.
We don't have to watch it. I was watching it because I thought we were watching it for this.
Well, we are, but...
It's The Masked Singer, guys. We're kind of over it. So...
kind of.
All right. The person that was revealed this week was the Swan. Mm-hmm. And it was Bella Thorne. I don't really know her work that well.
No, me neither. Bella who?
Yeah, so the only ones that we're like 100% sure of, the dinosaur, the T-Rex.
100% sure. JoJo Siwa.
Is JoJo Siwa. There's no debate.
It is JoJo Siwa.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Night Angel, I'm not 100% sure here, but
we're 97% sure.
I think that's Candy from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yes. And that face really freaks me out every time because it's just like...
Oh, and then for the Rhino, I really agree. One of the judges guessed that maybe it's Ryan Lochte.
Oh.
And I feel like that's a really good guess.
Okay.
According to all the clues.
And he's made the rounds. He's made the reality TV rounds. So
he's down to clown.
He already put his W-2 information in for the casting agency for the... So they've already got him. Yeah, they've already got him.
He's already in the system.
Exactly. So they said, "Oh, Ryan, I need a Ryan Lochte type."
There you go. And then who else do we have left here? We didn't talk about astronaut.
I thought the astronaut.
You thought Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Right. I agreed. I said it actually before. What's his face?
Robin Thicke?
Robin Thicke. Yeah. And I was like, that's got to be like Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Maybe. My guess was the kid that played Simba in the original Lion King. It's like something Taylor Thomas, like
Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But is he friends with Stevie Wonder? I don't know.
Is Jason friends with
Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Brain exploding.
Oh my goodness.
Blow me into space.
So, I don't know. Ken Jeong guessed maybe it was, what can I think? Donald Glover. But I feel like he's too big for this show. Yeah.
I don't think he's too big for the show.
Or maybe like too cool for the show. I don't know. But yeah, it was exciting, I guess. Sort of.
What'd you think of Joel McHale?
I love Joel McHale. I really want to see Triumph the dog come back, though.
Triumph the comic dog?
Yeah.
What is his name even? The insult comic.
Is there a gas leak in here today?
I don't know. Maybe we're just giddy. I don't know.
I'm losing my mind here. I am very excited to talk about Survivor, so maybe we should do that.
All right.
Okay. This episode of Survivor was insanity. It was so good. It was such a nice...
packed.
Such a nice break from reality for an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish it was longer.
So this episode, they're going to be doing a double eviction.
Oh my God.
One from each of the losing tribes, but we'll get there.
Okay. So over at Yara, everybody's like, woo! Party time!
It's like spring break. So Boston Rob, the dad of everybody, has left. Because he's like the dad of the show. He's one of the ones who have been there the longest.
The dad or like the controlling boyfriend?
I think he's more of like the dad. You're not going out. You're not doing this. You're not leaving the room.
Or is he the boyfriend who's like, you're not talking to any other guys ever?
I mean,
Ben and Adam were like, you know what? We're getting rid of him because this is not fun. I don't like being told what to do. And no.
Is Survivor fun and good and nice?
Sometimes.
All right.
It's fun as hell to watch. Maybe not as much to play. I don't know.
Well, it was anything goes. They were swimming without
Aqua dump wherever you want.
That was gross.
Swimming without trunks, whatever.
Adam's nervous, though, because he really doesn't have the same relationship that Ben has with the girls.
Yeah. So he
thinks he's at the bottom. If they don't win, he's in danger of getting voted off.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about the edge of extinction.
All right, so there was a note on a log.
And they're like, no, not more logs. No.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't like that.
Basically, it was like, turn over all the stones and you'll find it at the right place at the right time.
So immediately, before Tyson even said it,
I know,
I was like,
you were good with this.
Right place at the right time. Obviously, that means the tides. So it's got to be something near the water.
Right.
So yeah, Tyson ends up finding it.
Secretly, because Boston Rob was like watching him the whole time.
So he did a pee-pee to distract everyone and be like, I'm just going to the bathroom over here.
And then he put it in his man panties after he found it.
Tyson's hilarious.
Tyson is hilarious.
So yeah, he...
Evilly hilarious.
Yeah, he got the idol nullifier.
Right.
So obviously he can't use that on Extinction Island.
So he sends it to Parvati. Will you buy this? And she said yes.
So he got his fire token.
Circle yes or no. Put your fire token in the thing.
I think it only cost 1 token. So she was like, absolutely no-brainer.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So he was looking at the price list of things to buy. And
he's looking to buy.
He didn't want to be like a jerk and buy like an idol and then never make it back into the game.
So he said, maybe I'll get something I can use now that could give me energy to help me get back into the game.
So he bought a giant ass jar of peanut butter.
I was drooling just looking at that thing, and we have peanut butter.
We have peanut butters that size.
There's something about, I don't know if it's just like the advertising of seeing somebody so deprived of like food like that, and then you see them enjoying it, and you're like, wow, I want that. I want to feel like that.
I think Survivor needs to open up a restaurant of Survivor food.
But I really think it does affect your mentality to see somebody enjoying it so much.
Yeah, could be.
I don't know. Maybe there's something to that.
I don't know. Well, I mean, isn't that why mukbangs are so popular?
I don't know. I never really got into that.
Well, you're not normal.
Okay. So yeah, he's hiding the peanut butter. He doesn't want anybody else to know.
He's eating it with a shell. I would have just stuck my dirty fingers in there and ate it. All right.
I mean, you're going to be eating dirt either way, so.
Pretty much. That was lovely to see. But now it's time for the immunity challenge.
So it's immunity and reward. And like you said, there's only one winning tribe. And both of the losers, both losing tribes, have to go to tribal and get rid of someone.
Right. So everyone was stunned when they saw that Rob had been voted out.
I think they were pretty excited, too, because that's a huge target out of the game.
Mm-hmm. So this was a doozy of a challenge. You had to transport 3 bags of rice over water and land. And there was a ball in each bag of rice. Now, you had to fit that bag of rice through this little tiny hole. You had to birth it. Yeah, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think those bags were lined with plastic. You know, that heavy plastic.
I was wondering, is the rice wet or...
If that rice had been wet, it would have been impossible. So, I think
they were... Yeah, because it would have, like, gotten bigger.
Yeah. That's why everybody was stabbing it so much, because I think they really had to get through, like, the plastic. Because we were like, why are they stabbing it so much?
Why are they, like, when they could just be like...
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It was scary. Oh, it was scary. I thought someone was going to cut a hand off or something.
Know. But there's also, this is also a reward, like you said, and it's peanut butter and jelly. It's like a whole peanut butter theme going this week. There must have been a sale on peanut butter or something.
Peanut butter is always good.
All right. Yeah, that's true.
Peanut.
Unless you're allergic to it.
Well, yeah, that's true.
All right. So there was the Sandra bench.
Which featured 2 players.
Sandra and Michelle.
Wow.
I'm like incredulous how Sandra gets to sit out every challenge pretty much.
I guess
they don't want to lose.
Yeah, they want to win, and she doesn't feel confident, so... And we did get some clarification. I can't remember if I mentioned this last week or not, but we were wondering, how does she get to sit out back-to-back challenges like this?
Right.
Because in past seasons, we've seen you can't
sit out back-to-back. Yeah.
But because they've had so many combination immunity and reward challenges, that rule does not apply right now.
Right. So... Sele had an early lead, and Yara was freaking dead last. Yeah. They were really far behind.
But you know what? The puzzles can always be a real equalizer.
So once you got the balls out of the bags of rice, there was the table maze, you know, like that old toy that you get like at a kid's party in the goodie bag. You got to get the ball. You got to move the thing around, but they had ropes to do it with. And Wendell was freaking showboating and was like, Jeff, check it out. And he went, psh, and the ball was almost in the thing and went, and he had to start all over again, and he blew it.
This episode did not show Wendell in the best light.
No, it did not.
Ugh.
No, it did not. So it was a big comeback for the Yara tribe, and they were the sole winner.
Killed it.
Yes, of immunity. So,
I guess the tribes will be evening out then.
Yes. Back at Stelle, the general consensus is to vote out Parvati.
No!
And Nick is bummed because
that's his high school crush.
He really wanted to say, hey, I really played with Parvati. I want to work with her, whatever. And now she's going to be voted out.
Well,
but
Parvati
I'll vote
knows.
With everyone.
Yeah, Parvati knows she's in trouble.
Yeah.
She's on the wrong side of the numbers, and she's talking to Michelle. They're trying to figure out, how can we pull this off? How can we both
Where
be
is
safe?
there a crack? And
so
they figured
Nick.
He does have a crush on you.
True.
So Michelle was talking to Wendell, and she was saying, Wendell,
She figured, you know what? It's not looking great for Parvati at this point. Mm-hmm. But she wants to make sure that she's going to get something out of this.
Like
if
Parvati's
Parvati is going to go.
tokens.
Yeah, so she's like, can I, vote for you so that Parvati will see that I've been loyal and she'll leave her tokens to me? And Wendell's like, no, absolutely not.
Right.
Because that would be 2 votes against him.
Right.
And that makes him very nervous. So there was a lot of Wendell and Michelle tension.
Yeah, there was. And it kind of came out a little bit more that he was a jerk. And that was the reason why the relationship didn't end so well.
Yeah. Well, I'm really enjoying how these fire tokens are coming into play now because people are really using them to barter and to strategize here.
Oh,
so,
I think it's great that they introduced the fire tokens this season. It's a real nice layer to the game.
Yeah. So Wendell is asking Parvati, hey, can I get those fire tokens?
Yeah.
Like, if you give me your fire tokens...
I'll vote for whoever you want.
Oh? So she's like, okay, well, give me the tokens. I'll give you the tokens after. And he's like, no, give them to me before. And she's like, eh.
Yeah. So Parvati goes back to Nick and tells Nick that Wendell offered to vote
how she wants.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. So, I mean, there's a little bit of distrust there brewing.
That was a nice crack getting in there.
Mm.
All right. So back at DeCall, they're also going to have to vote somebody off. And Tony feels like he's out of the loop. So what do you do when you're out of the loop? You got to find out what's going on. You got to get in the spy shack.
Ah, I love a Tony spy shack.
So he went to the same old spot by the watering hole.
Which was probably not a good idea because after a while everybody was like, hey, Tony's been missing for a long time. Don't
think he's
talk
in the spy shack?
By the water well.
Yeah. So Jeremy has the I can leave tribal. I don't get a vote, but at least I'm not going to get voted out option.
Mm-hmm.
But Denise and Sandra and Kim, they're thinking about getting rid of Jeremy because
Denise and Jeremy are on the wrong side of the numbers.
Yeah.
So Jeremy's a huge threat.
And any port in a storm, Denise is not going to be like, yeah, vote me out. She's going to be like, get rid of Jeremy, even though she's working with him.
Mm-hmm.
So
everybody's realizing, hey, Tony's been gone for a long time.
So then Tony comes back at like the worst time. The worst time. Bad timing.
He said, whoa, guys, I broke my back falling out of a tree trying to look for an idol. Oh, Tony.
Tony's the best.
Somehow this, slides.
Yeah. Well, you know what? There was too much going on there. He really played it up. So when that quiets down, Sandra corners Denise and says...
Here we go, fire tokens.
Denise, I have an idol.
And it's going to be...
It's going to be 2 tokens if you want it.
Well, she said, I can only use it for another week. So Sandra would like to get some fire tokens. She doesn't feel like she needs this idol. So she wants to get fire tokens. So she's going to try and trade them to Denise.
That was freaking bold, thinking you did
not
a
huge
need
move.
An idol. And I was like, my ear, the hair on the back of my neck was just like, why is she selling
giving away an idol? It's insane.
Why?
It's insane. So yeah, Denise is like, whoa, I'm going to have to think about this. Because Sandra basically said, this is what's happening. Everybody is voting for you tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So if you use this idol, you're going to be the only vote for somebody else.
Right.
So you can pick who goes to the edge of extinction if you give me your fire tokens.
Right. So she wasn't really buying it at first, and then Sandra's like, whoa, it's going away. Why don't we make a deal? You give me one now, and then you give me one after.
I mean, yeah, Denise is also trusting that this is an actual idol and not like some fake-ass homemade piece of jewelry. So Denise has a lot to think about going into this tribal.
Yeah. So at Soleil's tribal, they went first. It's all about the pre-existing relationships in this game. And boy, it's very complicated.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't even know the half of it, I'm
A lot
sure.
of these people have been friends for years. Michelle and Wendell dated.
Yeah, I mean, any type of reality show like this, you know that the alumni have a very tight bond, even if you weren't on the same season. Once you're on the show, you get everybody's phone number to text with, so.
Ooh.
Yeah. So Wendell said that he would do anything for $2 million.
Oh, he said, I didn't play all dirty yet, but I will if I need to.
Right. And when they explored the Wendell-Michelle past a little bit more, they dated, blah, 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 not so good. Parvati calls out Wendell for offering to
vote the way that she wants for her fire token. So this is like an open discussion in front of everyone, and they're all just like, don't pick me to vote out.
Well, Nick said somebody's going to get backstabbed and screwed over. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Yeah.
I really like Nick, but sometimes I feel like Nick's a little bit naive.
Nick's a lot of fun, though.
He is a lot of fun. I like him. All right, so they have the vote, and freaking Parvati is voted out.
Oh, I'm bummed to see her go, because she's just such an icon.
Yeah.
She's an awesome player to watch, but
she left with her idol nullifier, too. I guess she
couldn't really use it in this situation.
Yeah, so her tokens go to Michelle. No way I would have given them to Wendell.
Oh, hell no. So, yeah, that's 3 tokens to Michelle.
Yeah.
That's a big haul.
That is a big haul. She could probably get something pretty good on that, on the list.
Yeah.
All right, so the second tribal is for Dekal, and Sandra says Denise is not a big threat in this game, and she probably needs to go because we need
to keep around the big threats
as
shields. So yeah, Sandra's really playing it up here like Denise is going to be the one leaving because she doesn't want anyone to know about the little deal that she may or may not have made with Denise, and she doesn't want anyone changing their votes.
Yes, and Jeff said, ooh, when you have a numbers advantage, you have to use it, right? And everybody said, So, also during the vote, Sandra was like, yeah, I'm casting this vote for Denise, even though she's safe.
Yeah, she said, like, it's all part of the show.
Right. So she did not know that Denise had an idol.
Her own idol.
Right.
Yeah, because let's not forget, Denise had her own idol that she's been saving.
Yeah. So I knew she was going to play both. I just had a feeling. I did. I
thought she was going to save the other one.
No.
But she played the second one. Okay, she played the first one for herself, and everyone was like, what? Because they were all sitting there knowing that they just voted for her.
And then she sat down.
Yeah.
And then she was like,
She played the second one for Jeremy.
Whoa.
Damn.
So I could not... Well, I could believe that Sandra was voted out because she made that boner move.
Okay, this was
screamed.
insane.
We
did
actually screamed.
It was crazy, and I love Sandra as a player, but this was such a badass move by Denise that I was like, whoa, am I a Denise stan? I think so. It was so epic.
Yeah.
It was so epic.
She really left herself exposed, though. I can't believe she made that move.
You mean Sandra did?
Sandra.
Yeah. Well, she felt comfortable. You know what happens when you feel comfortable.
Exactly. That should have been a huge red flag.
It was I think Sandra tweeted it was a go big or go home move, and she went home. Well, edge of extinction, but you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, do you feel like Denise wasted that second idol?
Wasn't it
because
expiring
Jeremy
anyway?
didn't get any votes on him. I'm not sure.
It might have been only good for a certain amount anyway.
It might have, but I think it was still good because she was showing Jeremy, like, I'm looking out for you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep working with you. So she was at least strengthening that relationship.
Yeah. I think I have totally underestimated Denise this season.
Oh my god! It was insane!
It was really good.
It was insane. So yeah,
Sandra gave her token to Yule.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah.
Do you think the merge is coming? No. They didn't tease it, right?
No, I don't think so. I think
maybe one more week.
Probably one more week, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Who are you liking this week? Are you liking that badass move by Denise?
I'm loving it.
Me too.
That was so freaking insane. All right, it's time for the Bravo block.
All right, we're going to kick it off with Project Runway.
The finale.
The finale. The final finale.
I'm really
Part
sad
2.
to see this season come to an end because I really enjoyed this year's contestants and all the work that they showed.
You know what I'm really sad to see come to an end? Brandon's thick black glasses.
I saw a lot of people on Twitter telling him you should have stayed with the old ones. So maybe he'll go back. I don't know.
Maybe he'll Warby Parker up some new ones and
maybe
try them out.
I mean, if he wants to wear the thin ones, wear the thin ones.
Hey, it's totally up to him, but Brandon, you look so
We
good
love
in
you,
those
Brandon.
black thick glasses.
Yes.
We're just looking out for you, dude. All right.
So yeah, this was the finale. This is the runway that they've been building up to, and all 4 designers were showing.
Right. From the episode before this one, I had always said there is no way that they could pick any other winner besides Jeffrey.
I thought they could have, but I was definitely pulling for Jeffrey. I thought his collection was the most fashion forward and really pushing things.
Yeah. The only other designer I felt like that came close enough to Jeffrey was Victoria. Yeah. For that white dress alone.
Oh my god! I cannot believe how quickly she put that look together, and it was her finale look.
That was a dream.
That you
was
could
a
throw on a
dream.
red carpet in a heartbeat.
And it looked like it would be very friendly to all different size and shape women.
And comfy. I feel like I could lounge around the house in that too.
Yeah.
There's not many garments that you could say, oh, I could lounge around the house or I could walk a red carpet.
There was nothing wrong with that dress. 0% wrong.
It was impressive. And like, I forgot which judge said it, but somebody said she could win like the whole thing based on that.
I think it was
gown.
Brandon.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I loved her collection too.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I thought, I agreed with you. Top 2 would be Jeffrey and Victoria. Sergio's, I enjoyed the story. I love the color palette. I love the like dreamlike quality to it, especially some of those like see-through gowns with all of the beading was gorgeous.
That fringe though.
Yeah, I wasn't huge on the fringe except for that one dress that I really liked.
Right.
With like the mirrors
right.
on it.
Right.
But yeah, some of the beading, oh my god, to die for.
He did have the most polished collection though.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And then Nancy's collection. That fabric was insane.
Bowie said, I like Nancy's.
Oh, I really loved her message too of zero waste and inclusivity. I thought that was wonderful.
Yeah.
But I would agree with the judges who were saying there wasn't enough variety like in the silhouettes. A lot of the dresses were very simple, like tube dresses.
Yeah. You know what? Sometimes there's real beauty in simplicity.
Absolutely. But I would have liked to have seen a little more variety in her collection.
Yeah. But well-deserved win to Jeffrey.
He really pulled it together with
that giant coat at the end was
such a
showstopper. It really was.
Yeah,
I
he
really thought
pulled
that
it
was
together.
a lot of fun.
It was good that they were able to get critiques from the judges the week before and then try and fix those.
What'd you think of the guest judge?
Serena Williams?
Yes.
Love her.
I thought she had some great critiques for them as well.
She did.
She's a real entrepreneur.
Oh, yeah.
Of our time.
Mm-hmm. A champion.
So, again, congratulations, Jeffrey. That was amazing.
Oh, my God.
Amazing.
Yes.
All right, so it's time for Below Deck Sailing Yacht.
Yes.
All right, so we left off last time.
With, like, the worst charter guests ever.
They put the douche in douche canoe.
They do.
All right.
This is a real douche canoe.
Yeah, it is.
They've turned this sailing yacht into a douche canoe.
All right, so they brought back some girls, some squirrels.
Just to remind you guys, this is like the bro down macho charter.
Right. They brought back the DJ. They brought back some girls. And they got them drunk.
Did they say, bring back my girls?
Yes, they did. And the girls could not handle their liquor, not the amounts that these guys were pumping into them. So they had chunky pukes everywhere.
Oh, that was disgusting. And we were eating...
That girl threw up on the cushions.
We were eating dinner while we were watching this, and I wanted to vomit my own food. It was gross.
This little party that they had was out of freaking control.
And it went late into the night, early into the morning.
The captain had to step in and say, This is a little crazy. This is gonna have to stop. It's too much, boys.
Yeah.
Even for rich
people vacation, it's too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's not some Gatsby party that's going for multiple days in a row.
Even for trust fund babies, that's too much.
Yeah.
So they're hooked on the grilled cheese now that Madison made
their
them.
options are limited when they're partying and the chef is asleep. So they have to ask for things that Madison can provide.
Hey, give me extra butter. Make sure you put extra butter on mine.
I would just hand them like a freaking stick of butter. Just kidding. I'd be like, here's your grilled cheese.
No, you'd be like, oh, thank you, sir. Please.
That's what I'm saying. Like, give me a tip.
Yeah. So Paget, in his wisdom, the next day points out, wow, these guys are treating the girls
a lot differently than they're treating the guys. They wouldn't talk to the guys on the crew like that.
They're
bingo
sexist. That sucks.
Yeah.
So the douches partied so hard that they slept in until 1 p.m. the next day.
That's insanity.
Adam was waiting to make them breakfast, but that never happened. But
So
it actually did. They wanted breakfast.
Yeah, I guess he just got to like awkwardly make out with Jenna in front of the rest of the crew while he was waiting around.
When Jenna was like, okay, we've got the toys ready for you to play with, blah, 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 in the water, whatever. And they were like, no, we just want to get effed up again. Wow. You guys are so classy.
Yeah.
So Adam tells Madison that Jenna doesn't suck. Adam's on the campaign trail for Jenna doesn't suck.
Well, Madison is feeling really discouraged because she feels like she is doing everything she can. And I think she is. She's really stretching herself thin to pick up for Georgia, to do everything that Jenna wants her to do.
To not throw up when she sees Adam and Jenna trying to pork each other in the kitchen.
That too.
Yeah.
So she's like, I wish Jenna would just like give me some recognition every once in a while, tell me that I'm doing a good job. And Adam's like, well, you know, you're just doing your job. You don't have to hear that every 5 seconds or whatever.
Besides, Jenna's the best, and I'm not just saying that because I'm trying to bone her with my boner.
And he actually said that.
Yeah.
Not the with his boner part. But
he might as well
God. It's so ridiculous.
I would have just been like, I can't believe you just said that, you piece of crap. And I like Adam. All right, so...
I like him sometimes, but then I like him when he's not dating another crew member.
When he's
I
not
feel like
thinking with his D?
He gets so bleh when he's... Whatever.
Is the small D in Adam his D?
I don't know. Let's move on.
I was so excited when the guest stepped on the broken glass. My heart leaped in
It's okay,
joy.
because he wasn't, like, seriously injured or anything, but it's because they kept on opening the champagne bottles.
They kept sabering
them, yes.
Yeah.
And it
Which
finally...
I think is so freaking lame. Like, once, yes, but
wasn't
more
the
than
tally
that,
up to, like, 9 or 10 at least?
Good for you. You got paid back by a little thing I like to call karma.
Was it Parker who told them, hey, don't do that anymore, because every time you do it, little pieces of glass
and we're all not
get on
wearing
the deck.
shoes.
Yeah.
That was the best moment of the season. All right, so the captain preemptively stepped in this time. He's like, boys, I know this is your last night of charter, But this is going to be curfew because I'm not sailing this boat on no sleep.
Yeah, he's got to sleep.
I got to make it back into port, and yeah, it's not going to happen.
I can't believe how long this charter was. Usually it's like 2 nights tops, but weren't they there for like 3 nights?
It was long.
It was a long one.
Stay the F in your cabins. All right, so Georgia is finally getting into the groove of doing turn downs.
Seems like she's getting all of her stuff done on time.
Just in time for the season to end.
Yeah. It's not ending yet.
No.
It's probably like, what, halfway through?
Probably about halfway through. So get out, douches. You gave us all your money. Now get out. They actually took the extra champagne with them.
This is very reminiscent of Jackson Brittany's wedding. But we'll get So, yeah.
At least they did leave a good tip.
They did.
Though.
They left like a $20,000 tip, which...
$2,200 each.
I don't know. Maybe it could have even been higher for the way that they were acting. But the crew was very happy about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Good for them.
Adam is getting some douche rubbed off on him. Hey, Parker, why are you not making up your bed? Obviously, they're sharing a cabin. Why are you not making up your bed?
Well, it's the way he went about it. Because Parker overheard him telling somebody else about it. Mm-hmm. And obviously, it was like Jenna. But wasn't it? I don't even remember. But... yeah, he could have confronted him and just told him to his face, like, hey, do you think you could make your bed? It's kind of like a common courtesy when you're sharing this really tiny space with someone to do that. But, like,
Did it remind you of college?
No. He's very green, and he doesn't know these rules and like common courtesies.
Boat etiquette.
I mean, it's a common courtesy, but still, I would say, you tell someone first before you announce it to everybody else.
Absolutely.
So he was super like embarrassed and annoyed, and he will be making his bed now.
Yeah. So Jenna and Sierra go shopping for new glasses. And I don't mean these kind. I mean these kind.
Because those guys broke like half of them.
A lot of breakage there. Mm-hmm. Do you think Georgia told Jenna, hey, why don't you take Sierra shopping with you so that she could go on a beach date with Paget?
No. You heard Jenna tell Sierra, I needed a break from Madison and Georgia. Well, while Sierra was away, Paget will play.
So he's at the beach with Georgia.
And everybody else.
Yeah. Oh, they were there too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you fall asleep?
Yeah.
So they were all hanging out. And
Sierra's totally not jealous.
Sierra and Jenna walk by the group and they're just like, wait, what? What's going on here? So,
beach party. You're not invited.
I mean, Georgia and Paget are quite flirty.
Yeah. All right, so Adam and Jenna. She says he's acting weird.
It's time for crew night out. And this was really awkward because they were all at their group dinner and Jenna is sitting next to Adam being like, are you going to have sex with me or what?
And he takes her hand and puts it on his little D. A little D.
I mean, they're having this conversation like right by everyone else and it's super awkward. And he keeps telling her, like, he doesn't want to rush into things. And she's like, let's get a hotel. And he's like, whoa.
Yeah, so he's like, feel this, huh? Check it out.
So now they're, like, fighting.
Yeah, he's not into it on the boat.
Well, it's really awkward for everyone else.
I'm sure you could hear a freaking pin drop in those cabins that the crew has.
Yeah.
What do you feel about that?
What?
The whole Adam Jenna thing.
I think it's gonna mess. It's gonna be a mess and go up in flames. Mm-hmm. Well, how do you feel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes times 10.
Alrighty then.
All right, so that's Sailing Yacht for this week. Leave us a little present in the comments about what you thought about that.
Okay. The time has finally come.
You mean the wedding? For your
life. Yeah, the wedding.
All right, so...
We've been waiting for this forever.
It's finally the wedding episode, the actual vows.
What's the rest of the season going to be?
Ugh.
Actually, they showed scenes from the rest of the season, and it looks insane.
It looks pretty crazy. There's a lot of tears.
A lot.
All right, so Lance arrives looking and feeling and acting fabulous.
I love Lance so much.
Me too. And Jax is recovering from drunk.
Yes. He had a little too much to drink the night before. What's new?
The cat that Kristen fed, named Carter, is out in the parking lot looking for another meal.
Because, yeah, he's her date for the wedding.
But he's not allowed to stay at the castle.
He's not staying at the castle.
Yeah.
He's staying at, what, the Holiday Inn or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Or the Hilton?
The Hampton Inn, I don't know.
One of the H's.
Tom is the freaking amazing best man, even though he's not the official first best man. He even brought tampons for the extensive bridal party.
Yeah.
I'm assuming for the girls.
Well, I mean, I guess there's other uses for it, too. Like, if you have, like, a nosebleed or a runny nose or whatever. Like, there's other ways. Yeah. But oh my God, he is fully prepared. And still, Jax is just like...
I want to know, how is Randall a freaking groomsman last minute, but Beau, who's been around a while, not in the wedding party?
Beau is so fantastic, too.
You know what I think it is? I think Jax is jealous of Beau because he's like so much better than Jax could ever be. Even in his Jax got it right.
But you could say that about like a lot of the guys.
But especially Beau, because Stassi was kind of serious with Jax before he cheated on her with her best friend.
And a million other people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's a jealousy thing. I don't know. I'm not sure what it was. But they had like 1,000 people in their wedding party, so maybe they just couldn't go that extra one.
I don't know. But why was Larry Burkhead at the wedding?
Who
was he friends with?
That was so interesting.
And was his daughter there?
I don't know. I always see pictures of them at the Kentucky Derby, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
So nice.
All right, so it's 96 degrees at the wedding outside. And
that is hot as hell. And they're all like wearing suits and gowns.
You know what that is? It's swamp ass weather.
Oh, that sounds miserable.
That's hillbilly hand fishing weather.
Yeah. Luckily, the reception was in this like huge tent, which must have been air conditioned.
I think it was air conditioned.
But the ceremony was outside and
in the sun.
Oof. Wasn't Tom Sandoval also like passing out umbrellas and stuff to people?
Yeah. He is amazing.
He's on it.
He's amazing. All right, so they're finally married. They wrote their own vows, whatever. Who
a lot
cares?
of Friends references.
I'm so glad that this is over with. Or is it? It's time for the reception, and boy, was it a lot.
Yeah.
But first, let's get back to Pump.
Okay.
There's a hen party going on. We find out that...
This is, by the way, the people that weren't invited to the wedding, the newbies, Dana, Danica, and...
Rochelle.
Rochelle was there, yes.
All right, so we find out that Danica had a little DUI, and she's got to blow in her car just to drive it.
I can't believe she was, like, joking about it. You should be embarrassed. Like, DUIs, that's not cool.
No, it's not cool. You know what they do in other countries for people who drive drunk?
They take away your license.
They take away your life. All right. So Rochelle, I'm gonna break up with Jamesy if he doesn't go get help.
I really sincerely hope he does get help.
I really hope so too, but I don't care if the two of them break up or not. But
honestly, she's probably better off with somebody else. But
yeah. All right. Well, Dana said, guess what, kids?
She's got her own problems.
I jumped the gun.
Oh, my God.
I looked at the pictures from my F-boy's little date, and I thought he was at a romantic restaurant.
There's two Joneses.
But he was only at a brunch restaurant. So, we weren't exclusive when I broke up with him when I thought he was cheating on me, but he actually wasn't.
The one restaurant is like a nice sit-down Italian place. The other one is like a brunch place. And they were at the brunch place, and she thought it was the Italian place, so now she feels dumb. Come on!
Oh, my goodness.
Stop.
All right, well, you know what's going to happen there, but we're not there yet. First, we gotta watch...
Back to the wedding.
Stassi and Beau.
I gotta say, the first part of this wedding was super classy, and it felt like I was waiting for things to turn.
Yeah, well, they did. All right, so Stassi and Beau are watching the kids be pains in the asses at the wedding, running around, doing things that kids normally do at weddings that is amazing for kids. Mm-hmm. Because they can get away with so much shit at a wedding, and the parents are just like, oh, there's my kids over there. I don't see them. I'm just having a good time with my friends.
Yeah.
All right, so Stassi wants to know, when are we freaking getting engaged? This is something that I have no control over. It's on Beau time.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear that they're going to be getting married by this point, right?
Yeah.
But Beau is waiting for the right time to propose.
We're going to have to wait a hell of a lot longer than Tom Schwartz's speech was for the, for being, for the toast.
That was a long and at times inappropriate speech.
Yeah.
Oh my God, when he said that they had weed that Jax and Brittany had weed at their house.
Her parents were like, what? Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, so here's a couple built for speed. Kristen and Carter.
What a mess. It's like he's trying to get back with her and she's just like,
Yes. He hates her. They're constantly fighting. They're like, I love you, I hate you, I love you, I hate you.
You know what that's called? A toxic relationship.
Yeah.
It's really bad, and I really hope she's going to stay away from him, but we'll see.
Yep.
She's really going after that bouquet.
Well, the bouquet was supposed to be aimed at Stassi, but it was caught by an 18-year-old cousin of Brittany's. She really fought for that. She wanted it. No man in sight.
I don't know, it looked like it went right to her.
No man in sight.
I don't know.
All right, so here's where it gets really, really classy. It's the Hooters after party.
And yeah, this was like a full-on after party.
They had Hooters girls with their boobs restrained in their Hooters shirts that barely fit.
By this point, a lot of people had changed into comfy clothes.
Into trash wear.
No!
Yes. Yep.
How much fun, though, was the Tom Sandoval, Lance Bass dance segment?
That was life-giving, and I'm sure Tom Sandoval fulfilled his teenage dream of sliding between Lance's legs.
It was amazing.
Multiple times.
There were so many great moments from that.
Yeah. All right.
Tom again saved the day, too, when Jax was freaking out because it was supposed to be an open bar.
Oh, and he went and got the vodka?
Yeah, and instead it was a cash bar. And he's like, where's the vodka? I got 60 bottles of vodka.
I paid for 60 bottles of vodka over there. What's going on? Where's my shrimp cocktail?
Yeah, so again, Tom freaking pulls it off and gets the vodka over there, and Jax is still like, eh.
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
All right, well, Dana blew it. She knows it. And now she's having a little meeting with Max, and she begs him to reconsider. Mm-hmm. Can we date again? Where are we?
He's like, no.
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like, unfortunately, this is going to make her want to get back with him even more. But then again, when they showed the scenes for the rest of the season, apparently she's getting with that other new guy.
Brett.
Is it Brett or Brent? I can't remember.
I think it's Brett. I don't know. All right, well, who knew I was going to get with Brett? Or Brent. All right, so what the hell is going on with Skiana?
She's having a good time at that wedding as a single lady.
She is practically doing a guy on the dance floor.
At least it was at the Hooters after party and not the main event.
Yeah. Ooh, he was the tallest in his class.
Yeah, okay, well, and the next day, party's over.
And Jax does not want to pay the extra charges for being in the room after 11 a.m.
Check outs at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
They were really dragging their asses getting out of there.
That was so rude, the way he was going around, though. Like, get out.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, they've all been staying there for days, and I'm guessing he paid for it.
Did he? Or did the show pay for it?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm sure that
I don't know
was
how
just,
all those celebrity weddings work.
I'm sure that was just orchestrated for the show.
Sure.
Just the show.
All right.
Well, that was a whole week of Bravo.
Yeah. I'm really excited because we keep seeing commercials for Real Housewives of New York, which is going to be coming back soon.
We're also going to be attempting to
we're gonna
watch
check out
the
that
summer
camp
camp
show.
one.
We'll see. If it's not good, we're just going to ditch it. But if it's good...
If it's too much of a trash bag, we can't. We'll hate ourselves.
Yeah.
But if it's like après-ski, whatever...
Maybe we can handle
Maybe we can handle it. All right, so let us know what you thought about everything in the world. And until next week, much love.